Good morning. It's about 20 after 9 on the first day of March 2019. Rabbit. Reminding traders to use risk capital that you can afford to lose if you're playing this treacherous game. Disclosures on our site to remind traders of that fact. All right, let's take a quick look. For those of you who are here, I appreciate you coming in to learn about our system and hopefully try to help you improve your trading, whatever system you're using. Reminder that our system is one of many that I believe are good systems. And I call it a system because we see repeating patterns and ideas that occur over and over. And this is one of them. So we had warned yesterday that we thought the target should be the 99, 98 area to 02. And above that, good fortune. We've suggested today that be very conservative about your expectations short side. First target last night that we had talked about was at 95. And that's the double top. And then the key, as I said at that time, was let's use 89 to 87 support. I did not think, excuse me, that would get beat. And then the next leg up could be for 98s to then the 02s. And I posted, I thought we'd get 275 by the open. So today we can go to any high in this type of a squeeze move. And until this support back here, that 94 breakout gets beat, that's our aggressive support. And even higher, really, at the 98, you can see a 1, 2, 3 here where this comes through. And these are squeeze type ideas. So traders on the hook are paying up at the open. And that's the way I like to look at it. And today is avoid trouble day for sure. Shorts are going to be wrong 5 times before they're right once. So the trick in this kind of a move, try to buy pullbacks without a huge expectation, just the idea that we're floating up and squeezing some shorts. 10-minute chart I proposed was a good one. Here's that breakout at 94 that I talked about. Just trying to repeat all the ideas over and over again that we've talked about. And you can see where these legs come in. There's a 10-minute chart. I said, let's use the 10. And you can see how good this chart is right now. And this chart was the chart that I had talked about that I thought we should pay attention. This was our fighting range right now. We can see that clearly, step by step. We know that the next resistance box is up here at 09, 4 to 09, and I suggested today make sure you are paid by the 06s because this is a retest of this double that's a breakdown. So the goal here, I felt, was for the longs to try to knock out this high, the stops on this double here in that 3.5 area. And that's the goal of opposing teams. It's always to push the other side back, knock their stops. And that was the purpose of targeting. Make sure you paid 02 to 06, but with this idea that we should get into this box up here. Now, I've got 07 as the primary target. And it doesn't mean we have to stop there at 06, 07, but that's my primary target that I'd identified back in the room earlier today, that I felt we could get there. And there may be some back and forth, obviously creeping, but that's for sure a target that I want to make sure we're paid by that 07. And that's why I said 06, get paid 02 to 06, because you never know when those last couple points are the ones that get you. So this chart, very important to me today. And you can see how I'd said yesterday, we've got to stop falling and then start to make higher highs. So we can clearly see that pattern now. And that's the art of trading, is try to understand when that might occur ahead of time so that you can take advantage of it. So we talked about how these were all falling, but maybe we've got Taylor day 3, which is the buy day, and we said still murky, but still got to give the beginning of the month bias, that edge to the longs. And then all of a sudden we get last night's nonsense, and here we are. And you can clearly see now that that pattern has been reversed. So at the very least, long side, be conservative about expectations, and short side, be even more conservative about your expectations. You'd rather miss trades, and that was the reason why I posted avoid trouble. Shorts are going to be wrong at least 5 times before they're right once. And that's already proven to work out overnight. Going to be opening up in a minute. My suggestion, be very conservative. If you are thinking of shorting, don't chase trades that start to go without you, because that's where you're going to get caught, in my opinion. And I don't think the high is in yet, but I think we're getting close to the first high. And the biggest problem today is stolen range, where the opportunity is perhaps limited. We said make sure you are paid by 06. Anybody that is shorting, you're trying for a point or two, and probably not even worth it, especially at the open, because there are some trap shorts that need to pay up. There's that 06, and I said I think the primary target is 07. So pretty close to it. Anybody gets into that 06 to 07, got to make sure you're paid. Just a targeted system identified. And we can go to any high today. So I don't want to restrict. If you are a long, I don't want to restrict your, if you just move your stops up, that's up to you. I'm not thinking of a plunge right now, but I am thinking that we're within 2 ticks of that 07 target I talked about. Anyways, anybody that trusted my judgment and played long side, you've already had a reasonable day. You didn't make it down here unless you played overnight, but at least you went with the flow that I had suggested. Good for you. Anybody that's trying to short, from wherever you get in, no more than a 2-point stop.